If you have been on the internet for any amount of time, you've likely heard of the term parasocial relationships. Whether it's a YouTuber, a streamer, or an influencer, parasocial relationships drives a lot of online communities and verbiage. A great example is the term simp, a term that was used so frequently as an insult against people who were obsessed with female streamers that Twitch banned the use of the word. But parasocial relationships exist offline as well, within celebrity culture, music, sports, and television. And the result of parasocial relationships has led to some very devastating consequences. Yet actors, artists, streamers, and micro-celebrities rely on the parasocial relationships of their fan base to maintain their success. But parasocial relationships don't just come from the fans. And Needy Streamer Overload highlights that parasocial relationships are actually a two-way street. Needy Streamer Overload is a Denpa visual novel game released in 2022. Denpa is a Japanese literary genre focused on disconnections from reality. The closest equivalent is psychological horror. You are P-chan, the manager of Ame,
Hi there.
a young girl who wants to hit 1 million subscribers in 30 days. God, if only it was that easy. To do this, she dons the persona of K-Angel, an internet angel who's incredibly loving to her fans and trolls alike. Until she decides to do a stream where she's calling out her haters.
Your life is nothing. You serve zero purpose. You should.
As her manager, you are responsible for managing Ame's mental well-being, as well as choosing which streams K-Angel does on any given day. However, to best get inspired for the type of stream you want to do, you need to spend time with her doing various activities, from gaming to going out and shopping for cosplays. Okay, so where does the horror come in? Well, Ame is a very troubled girl. She's insecure and pretty obsessive. On her private Twitter account, she constantly vents about the things stressing her out and belittles her fans. This is the complete opposite of her K-Angel identity, who is nice and sweet, and sometimes flirtatious with her fan base. But the fans only see K-Angel, a crafted version that Ame wants them to see. And they never see Ame beneath all that kawaii core makeup. But for the fans, that's enough for them to give her their full support. K-Angel's typical fanbase is friendly and casual, happy to see her streaming and cheering her on. They are entertained by whatever she does, but there's some clear favorites among the fans. Of course, there's also people looking to stir up trouble. And as P-chan, you can either delete the comments to help Ame manage her stress, or highlight them and get K-Angel to confront her haters who are doing this out of a need for attention. But generally, the fanbase views her as this pure internet angel that she wants them to see her as. But things can quickly turn when that perception is shattered. One of the ways that you can spend your day is by suggesting that Ame go on a date with people that she meets on a dating app. If you suggest that K-Angel talks about this date, the chat's tone shifts to mostly negative for that stream, and this feeling of betrayal sinks in. And one ending has K-Angel revealing a new boyfriend live, to the dismay of her chat. Many streamers can face expectations from their fanbases that it can end up mimicking idol culture at times. They expect that the streamer is single and not secretly dating anyone, and will insist that the streamer is single to anyone claiming otherwise. Many times, they will come to the defense of the streamer, not necessarily because they are right, but because they attach themselves to the streamer or think that their loyalty will be rewarded by the community. This is especially true for female streamers or conventionally attractive male streamers, which leads many streamers to separate their streaming life from their personal life. And we see this in some mediums like K-pop, where idols are seen as perfect beings, untainted by relationships, and always available to their fans. Or with Japanese idols, who are attempting to reach this state of perfection, the fans cheer on their efforts and hard work. But if it's revealed that these people are dating, the repercussions could be life-altering, such as a news anchor losing her job because she had a boyfriend. Or the case of VTuber Mike Neko when it was revealed that she was married to Utaite Mafu Mafu. A common stereotype for these types of fans developing parasocial relationships is that they are lonely or socially inept. But the thing is, K-Angel is also lonely. Ame doesn't have any friends outside of us as P-chan, and she is constantly seeking validation and affection. If we don't respond to her text enough, she'll leave you because you're not giving her the attention she needs. Ame seeks adoration, but it doesn't fulfill that emptiness that she feels inside. This is why we are special. We get to pull back the curtain fully to see Ame's true form. Ame's name is something that she reveals to us as we play the game. Japanese is a pitch accent language, so certain parts of words have a higher pitch than others and affects the meaning. Ame can have two meanings. If you pitch the second part of her name higher, Ame, it means candy, and is the way that she wants to be seen. A sweet girl with a bit of a tough exterior. But that's not how you're supposed to pronounce her name. Her name is actually pronounced Ame, with the first part pitched up, which means rain. It matches her gloomier appearance and attitude. She tells us this because we have developed this bond with her that she doesn't allow anyone else to see. It's in this way that Ame and the fans are mirrors of each other. The fans get peeks behind the curtain at Ame's loneliness, and it allows them to see themselves in her struggles. And their desire to support her comes from them identifying with that feeling of isolation. And Ame feeds into that parasocial relationship by responding warmly to her fans. But the relationship is fragile. There's never a true connection forged, because the existence of K-Angel acts as that barrier between both sides. Here's something you probably never hear. Parasocial relationships can actually be healthy. There's quite a bit of research out there that shows that parasocial relationships fulfill people's emotional needs quite well. Not as much as in-person relationships with people that you are close with, but better than a lot of other interactions you may have with people. With this growing rise of people feeling lonelier and lonelier, people look for a place to belong, and online communities are an ever-present space for somebody to engage with and find like-minded individuals. When that community is centered on a streamer, it creates an opportunity to participate in community events and allows for shared experiences. We see this with K-Angel, who feels the benefits of her fans rallying behind her and cheering on the Internet Angel, and the fans are rewarded with fun streams that fulfill their emotional needs as well. But it can also create echo chambers, reinforcing certain views or behaviors. And this includes spaces where haters can develop an even deeper hatred of a person. I haven't really talked about the stats that you're managing while helping K-Angel, so let's do that now. There are three main stats. Your stress level is how much pressure Ame feels at any given moment. Certain types of streams can stress her out more than others, especially streams that border on the 18+ variety. Too high of stress and Ame takes drastic measures to reduce it. Affection is how much Ame loves you. If you have zero affection, Ame leaves you for another guy. While if you raise your affection with certain activities, she becomes a nympho and stops streaming to focus on you. Finally, mental darkness is how Ame is doing mentally. Many actions give some level of mental darkness and can lead to very dire consequences for Ame. Stress and mental darkness are two stats that can greatly rise from each stream. I'm sure many streamers face some level of stress or mental darkness themselves when they stream. Questions could swirl in their mind. Am I entertaining enough? Why are my numbers lower? What if everything I'm doing is worthless? I know I've faced those questions, and I'm sure many others have as well, especially if you wish to make content creation a full-time job. And sometimes, you just need a break to go outside and be with your friends. But K-Angel doesn't have that luxury. With the time limit of 30 days, players may feel the need to best optimize their routes to success. This can be by spamming certain types of streams that have the highest subscriber growth, but pile on the most stress and mental darkness, such as sexy streams, ASMR, or conspiracy theory streams. Each of these streams objectify her in some way. The ASMR and sexy streams both make K-Angel the object of chat's lust, no longer seeing her as anything other than a piece of meat. But what about the conspiracy streams? Conspiracy streams turn her into an object of worship, as if she was the Messiah herself, with chat deifying her, ready to make her God. But people are not gods, and worshipping people as gods can create this idea in the mind of the streamer and chatter that they can do no wrong because they are on the right side of history. But alternatively, people can also treat her like an object of ridicule. Once the hate starts to pile on, it becomes easy for people to jump in and take a shot at them. K-Angel can go down a rabbit hole, constantly doing vanity searches of herself, seeing the perception that people have of her as they mock her. And these people know that she is watching and reading all of this too. They are parasocial in another way, a dangerous way. Many trolls start off as fans who felt betrayed or wronged and feel that he can use the anonymity of the internet to attack and harass the streamer. And the streamer is forced to bear it all, unable to do much other than accept that when they wake up, it will happen again tomorrow. But Needy Streamer Overload does offer one solution. If you were to go online and look for a streamer playing the game, you probably won't find anyone playing it. But if they were, there would be one ending that you would never see happen live. To get this ending, you need to unplug your internet and play the game. At the end, K Angel says that she is logging off the internet and encourages everyone to do the same. Together, everybody abandons the internet, but there's always this invisible pull that wants to bring you back. Needy Streamer Overload offers a complex examination of streamers and fan relationships. Ame and K Angel illustrate how some streamers may chase validation from anonymous fans, either to hide from or to try and heal from some deep emotional pain. The game emphasizes how audience's approval can offer a fleeting comfort, while still ultimately leaving the streamer isolated, exhausted, or worse. The fan support can be genuine, but that invites the creation of blurred boundaries between the communities and the streamer, often creating a dependency from both sides. Needy Streamer Overload is a cautionary tale about the dangers of mistaking attention for affection on the internet.